Soon enough, I found myself doing things that otherwise were impossible for me. I grew up in a house of about 23 other people in a small city called Jaipur in India, and as I was growing up in the house, we of course didn't have a lot of abundance of space. When 23 people live in the same space, it's not a lot of space you have or a lot of abundance of money. And because of that, I was always hanging out with people and family members who had a little bit of a scarcity mindset, because we were just always in that space with everything was a little less than we hoped it would be. Until after high school, when I joined college, I got introduced to this organization. This organization was a voluntary organization that you would join, and it had people from different parts of the world coming into your city, and you would have the ability to go travel different parts of the world, and you get to meet people from different realities in different parts of India and so forth. So I joined this organization, and all of a sudden, I find this whole new dimension of understanding of the world. I'm meeting people who were extremely rich, who had generational wealth, to people who were coming from realities where they did not have abundance, and then they did have abundance. I started hanging out with people who were creating new life for themselves, or had to get started to do jobs at a really early age in life. And suddenly I was hanging out with people who had a completely different mindset than what my friends and family that I grew up with had. All of a sudden, I had this international view coming at me on a daily basis. I had these different people telling me different stories of possibility that were coming at me, and all of a sudden, I was in the proximity of individuals that thought that whatever they had set their minds to and their hearts to, they could achieve it. These were young kids who, for some odd reason, believed everything was possible. Soon enough, I found myself doing things that otherwise were impossible for me. I started finding myself doing part-time jobs and making an income while going to college, while serving this community. And soon enough, I would find myself progressing much faster within the organization and outside the organization. And soon enough, I would find myself on a fast track of leading any job that I would take or any company that I would start. Soon enough, I found myself to be one of those desired employees and desired partners for entrepreneurs and CEOs. And as I wonder what changed, I'm the same human being. It's not that I'm any different in my values, or at least so I thought, only to realize that the biggest change that had happened to me was, who was I hanging out with? Who was it that was in my proximity? Who was it that was influencing my thoughts on a daily basis, sometimes hourly basis? We discount what is possible if you are in the right setting. We discount what's possible if you're hanging out with the right people. We discount what happens when a group comes together where the group's intention is to elevate each other's potential. You see, Napoleon Hill researched millionaires and billionaires and found that most really successful people had this thing that they call the mastermind. These were the groups where they would come together and talk about their ideas and philosophies and mindsets. And that was one of their key reasons to become really, really successful. I would learn that later in life, that to be able to move further in life, and it's not only about abundance, it's about anything. You want to be healthy, you want to be a great parent, you want to have most beautiful relationship, you want to have abundance. Well, you gotta hang out with people who are at the same frequency. They are people who are looking for the same outcome. They are people who are looking at the same journey, and they have that mindset of moving forward, keep moving forward. Being in a group, being in a community, being in a tribe that allows you and wants you to elevate your potential, wants you to find more success, wants you to win, creates wins. Yes, you must be internally driven. Yes, you must have internal passion and willpower and all of that. If you do not have the right setting, if you do not have the right tribe, you might lose the motivation. You might lose the drive to get the success that you really want in whatever area of your life. So my invitation to you today is to ask yourself, are you connected to the right tribe? Are you hanging out with people that want you to win? Are you in proximity of people who want you to rise beyond what you think your potential is, who want you to live a better, more successful life?